Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. Come with me as I travel back home to Côte d'Ivoire for the first time after 18 years. I met my cousin Herman at the airport in Paris. He flew from London, and here we are just doing a bit of shopping before boarding. We flew with Air France and I would highly recommend them. At this point I was really excited. My cousin and I took some selfies and then we boarded our flight. Air France kindly provided each of us with a headset, a blanket and a pillow. The flight was 6 hours long, so I needed something to entertain me. I ended up watching Woman King, which I actually had been meaning to watch anyway. An hour later, they provided us with food. It wasn't great, but I was so hungry, so I ate all of it. At this point, I was really bored and over the flight, so I checked to see where we were, and we hadn't even gotten far. So I knew that this was going to be a long flight. A separate video is definitely needed to explain how people make the most of the free alcohol that is on this flight. They don't let it go to waste, literally. 5 hours later though, we arrived in Abidjan. Fun fact, Ivory Coast has two capital cities, Abidjan, which is the economic capital city, and Yamoussoukro, which is the political capital city. At this point, I was holding back a few tears. It said that I was actually going to be home after so many years. We made it to Abidjan by God's grace, and here we are looking for my luggage, which took a whole hour for them to release. As soon as we got out of the airport, there was a whole line of men ready to sell things to us, which is quite different from the airports in Europe. The man got us a taxi and we waited outside for the taxi and negotiated the price with the driver. I was actually so surprised at how developed Ivory Coast has become. But here we are, making our way home after a very long flight. We made it safely to our apartment the night before. Here I am in the morning at the balcony just taking in the view. We decided to stay at my cousin's friend's apartment because it's free for us to stay here and the transport is so much better. The water wasn't really working, but it didn't really bother me because this is how I used to shower as a child anyway, so it took me right back to my childhood. Herman, what's the plan for today?
Yeah, today, last night we just touched down Ivory Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we had a good flight, Air France. You know, big up Air France. Everything was on time, no delays, no nothing. Yeah, so we got here nice and safe. Slept good. Woke up this morning, ready to rock and roll. Yeah, the day is looking good. It's not too hot.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's a
but
bit
it's
humid.
still got that humidity, so we can still feel that that holiday thing on our skin.
Yeah.
So that we're feeling good. This morning we're just gonna go into the city center. Because Danielle's never been to the city center. She needs to see what her country, the development of her country.
Yeah.
You know, this big country, beautiful country, by the way. You're gonna see it throughout the vlogs. When you go to the beaches, the resorts, and stuff like that. It's gonna be a very good trip.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. But this morning we're gonna go sort out all our money. All we're gonna do here, all our admin stuff, make sure we got everything on point, and then we can start proper holiday.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, but it's been nice so far. Here we are walking to get our taxi, and I really like the area we're staying in because we're among the locals. I think I'll have a way better experience this way. Here's Herman trying to get us a taxi. This van that you're about to see is the main mode of transport here, but they weren't going where we were going, so we didn't get inside.
So that
D'abord, tu veux chaleur. Maintenant, le casier rouge là, tu prends deux dedans. Là, il y a commandé une fois pour le plus gros fort. Tu prends deux casiers.
After exchanging our money, Herman needed to deposit it into his account, so we went to the bank. We hadn't eaten all day, but lucky for us, there are people on the road that sell things, and I couldn't resist these plantain chips, so we bought some for about 500 francs CFA. I think that's equivalent to 50p, but someone correct me if I'm wrong. After the snack is the main meal, so we came to Dabali Express, which was started by this young woman and her husband from London. They wanted to create a space where Ivorians could eat some of their favourite foods, and it did not disappoint. I had chep, which is a Senegalese rice dish with aloko, which is fried plantain. Don't ask me why I had a Senegalese dish when I'm in Ivory Coast. My cousin had achike, which is a staple Ivorian dish. It's fermented dry cassava, and he had that with fried fish and a plate of aloko. Nana had spinach stew with rice. To drink, we had bisap and yamako and water. After we ate, we went to Abidjan Mall, which is a big shopping centre, to do a food shop for our apartment because we're not going to eat out every day. Herman said so. The shopping centre was actually quite big. It had 2 floors and they had a bit of everything. They had furniture stores, they had shoe stores, they had accessory stores, perfume shops, an aquarium. Yes, an actual aquarium in the shopping centre. But outside the food shop, we didn't actually buy anything because none of us really needed anything. I was pleasantly surprised by the variety in the supermarket. They literally have everything that I need. Look at the variety of hair products that they have. This was really interesting to me. They actually stored one of my favorite drinks, Deguer, which is a yogurt drink, in the store. Imagine if they did this in Europe. We finished our food shop and this is where it got interesting for me. There's someone that works at the till who actually scans your food, but then there's also someone who puts your food on the rolly thing, and then they put the food back into the trolley and then they bag it for you. And on top of that, they roll the trolley to your car and load your car. After our food shop, we headed home and that was the end of our first day. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. There is so much more to come.